Hi guys, welcome back to 4DDIG. I installed the macOS 27 Golden Gate Developer Beta, tested it for a while, and now I'm ready to go back to macOS Tahoe. In this tutorial, I'll show you the safest way to downgrade from macOS 27 Developer Beta to macOS Tahoe step by step. The same method also works whether you're running the Developer Beta, Public Beta, or even the final release. Before we start, make sure you back up your Mac. Downgrading requires erasing your startup drive, so any files stored on your Mac will be removed. I recommend creating a time machine backup before continuing, and in the previous upgrade video, I already explained some detail. Also, if you've created important files after upgrading to macOS 27, copy them to a separate external drive as an extra precaution. And I also recommend disabling Find My Mac before proceeding. Open System Settings. Click your Apple ID, iCloud, See All, select Find My, then disable Find My Mac. This isn't always required, but it can help prevent activation-related issues after erasing your Mac. Now let's get started. Part 1. Download macOS Tahoe and create a bootable USB first. Connect a USB drive with at least 32 gigabytes of storage. Any data on the USB drive will be erased, so back it up first if necessary. Next, press Command plus space and open Terminal. Since macOS Tahoe no longer appears in App Store search results for many users, we'll download the installer directly from Apple's servers. First, run the following command: software update list full installers. This will display all macOS installers currently available for your Mac. Now download the Tahoe version you want by running software update fetch full installer full installer version number. Replace the number with whichever Tahoe version you want to install, such as 26.5.1. Depending on your internet speed, the download may take anywhere from a few minutes to over an hour because the installer is typically around 15 gigabytes. Once the download finishes, the full install macOS Tahoe application will automatically appear inside your Applications folder. Next, we need to create a bootable installer. Press Command plus space, search for Disk Utility, and open it. Click View and select Show All Devices. Choose your USB drive from the sidebar and click Erase. From the Format drop-down menu, select macOS Extended, Journaled, and from the Scheme menu, select GUID Partition Map, then click Erase. When the process completes, close Disk Utility and reopen Terminal. Now type sudo, then add a space. Click Go at the top, locate Application in the drop-down menu, and open it. Locate Install macOS Tahoe. Right-click it and choose Show Package Contents. Open Contents, then Resources. Locate the Create Install Media file and drag it into the terminal window. After that, type --volume. Add a space and drag your USB drive into Terminal. Make sure it's showing the correct name of your USB drive before you continue. Otherwise, you risk erasing the wrong drive. The command should now be complete. Press Enter. Enter your Mac password. You won't see any stars or characters while typing, and press Enter again. When prompted, type Y and press Enter to confirm. Terminal will now create the bootable macOS Tahoe installer. This usually takes several minutes when you see the message, Install Media Now Available. Your bootable macOS Tahoe installer is ready. Part 2. Install macOS Tahoe. On the Mac you want to downgrade, shut it down completely. Plug in the bootable Tahoe USB installer you just created. Press and continue holding the power button. Keep holding it even after the Apple logo appears. When you see Loading Startup Options, release the power button. Select the USB installer and click Continue. When the macOS installer loads, exit from the top left menu bar and then select Disk Utilities. Now we have to erase the drive because we cannot install macOS Tahoe over a Mac currently running macOS 27 Golden Gate. Select your internal drive, usually called Macintosh HD. Click Erase. Choose APFS as the format and keep the default name Macintosh HD. Then click Erase. Once the erase process finishes, close Disk Utility. Back at the main menu, select Install macOS Tahoe and click Continue. And then agree to the software license agreement. Follow the on-screen instructions. When asked where to install macOS, choose the freshly erased Macintosh HD. The installation will now begin. Your Mac may restart several times during the process. This is completely normal. Depending on your Mac model and storage speed, installation usually takes between 20 and 40 minutes. Once the setup is complete, you'll be running a fresh installation of macOS Tahoe. Once done, set up your Mac. If you created a time machine backup before upgrading to macOS 27, you can now restore your apps, files, and settings using Migration Assistant. And if you forgot to create a backup before downgrading, you may still be able to recover lost files using 4DDIG Mac Data Recovery. Finally, open Apple menu, About this Mac, to verify that macOS Tahoe is installed successfully. That completes the downgrade process from macOS 27 Golden Gate to macOS Tahoe. How has your experience with macOS 27 Golden Gate been so far? Share with me in the comments section. Goodbye.